everyone, it's Mrs. Smith. It is Wednesday in case you were losing track, and I thought it was time for us to have another drawing session. We had so much fun with prehistoric art, Greek art, and Roman art that it's time for the Middle Ages. And we should draw a dragon, don't you think? Let's get started. Hey, before we get started on our drawing session today, I thought we would play a little game called What Do You Think Mrs. Smith Collects? All right, did you think of anything? What does Mrs. Smith collect? It's not cats, it's not crazy figurines, it's not stuffed animals. I have an extensive pop-up book collection. I love the engineering and the art of pop-up books. I think they're amazing. I have a couple I was going to share with you. Take a look at my Wizard of Oz. Look at Emerald City. What? That's pretty amazing. Another one I have is my Frank Gehry. He is my favorite architect, does some pretty crazy designs. And this is the Disney Music Hall that's in Los Angeles. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? And another favorite artist of mine is M.C. Escher. Take a look at this piece of work, all in pop-up. Isn't that amazing? I find it appealing. I bet you guys have missed my jokes. All right, let's get started. All right, let's get started on our dragon. In medieval times, the dragon was a symbol of either strength and power, or it could also symbolize evil. So we're going to get started on our dragon, and we're going to start near the top with a circle, a little bit bigger than a quarter-sized circle like that. All right, now I like to use references, things that I know. It could be numbers, letters, shapes. I like to look at all of that when I'm drawing. So for the next step, I am going to reference a pair of cartoon pants. We can all draw cartoon pants. They're hilarious. All right, I'm going to turn that on its side, and I'm going to start at the top of this circle, draw my cartoon pants, not shorts. I don't want it to look like a duck. All right, and then that is going to be the face so far of the dragon. Now, starting again at the top center of my circle, I'm going to go into a question mark, okay? Bottom of the circle, same thing. I'm going to wrap it around like it's a road. All right, so I've got the head into the neck. The bottom line here, I'm going to wrap it around into an oval. Okay, not a big circle. We don't want it to look like Barney the dinosaur. All right. Now, next, middle of the oval, I'm going to reference a number 2. I'm going to follow that oval around and make a fancy number 2. I will start at the bottom of the oval now and continue the tail and taper it as it gets more narrow all the way down. All right, we're getting there. It's kind of like a seahorse dragon now. For the wings, an easy reference for wings could be an umbrella. Sad smile with several sad smiles for the umbrella top, right? So for the wing, I'm just going to enlarge that, start on the body, and I'm going to make the giant wing, and here I go with the sad smiles where it attaches then onto the body. For the advanced artist, you can get the other side of the wing over there as well. Now, for the back legs, let's reference another number, but this time backwards. I'm going to do a backwards, straight forward, not the fancy kind, number 2. So I have a backwards 2 there. I'm going to just add some little claws and bring that straight around to make my back leg. For the front leg, we want it attached onto the body, not the neck. So I'm going to do large quotes or enlarged parentheses, and I can add my little claws onto that. Again, you can do the ones on the other side on both of these so that you can see that. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to continue this drawing on the next page in pencil so that you can see all the things that we can add. But for now, you can go in and erase. I can't do that with the Sharpie, but you're going to erase all the what I call bad lines in here. The ones that are overlapping where this, we don't want to see that line. This we don't want to see, this we don't want to see, this we don't want to see, and there could be some small ones in the tail. So go ahead and get that started, and then we're going to continue with all the details in just a sec. Okay, now that we have the basic shape of our dragon, there's so many things that we can add, and you can make this dragon all your own, but I'll just show you a few little things you can do. You definitely want to go back into the mouth now, and you can go in and make a little bit of a nose, kind of come up into a forehead, and just erase those lines so that you're getting a little bit more detail in there. All right, this you can bring around a little bit bigger, get that into a chin that comes down, and then put a strong jawline on it. For your eye, you can do a straight line with maybe a less than sign. And if you want your dragon to look more ferocious, you can have the angled eyebrow there. You can also put in some horns possibly that extend out from the top there, and then you'll put one on the other side as well. You want to put the underbelly of the dragon. So you're going to start where that jawline is there and come around and make that underbelly part that's going to end here. For that, you want to go in and do some little smiley faces, I like to call them, and it needs to curve with the body of the dragon all the way down. All right, so you're going to continue that. You can do scales. You can put some real sharp teeth in there. You can go in and definitely get the eye finished in there, the horns, scales. For the wings, you can go in and add those little claws that are on the ends of the wings, and then you can put the other little bone that goes in as well. So add that. You can go in and you want to make these maybe look a little bit more muscular, these arms that are on here. This would extend up into there. Get this with the claws on the end. Both that. Same with this. You want to get this to look a lot more muscular now coming in. So go in and do some of those changes. Add something to the tail at the back. Get some shading in there. All right, we've all done some of that. And then go in, you can look up other dragons and get some ideas for that as well. Let me give you a look at one of the finished pieces so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so I've clearly gone in and add some more details to my drawing. Done a little bit of shading, a background. I could do more, I could get more scales put on here. And then I'm just gonna finish it off. And don't forget, always sign your art. Thanks.